I'm 𝚃𝚑𝚊𝚗𝚒, and I welcome you to a brand new Let's Play! This game is called Vintage Story, and yes, it may look like Minecraft, but it used to be an old Minecraft mod, and the creator decided to turn it into its own game. I had no idea this game even existed, but it's all thanks to the lovely person who left me the suggestion to try this game out. So let's see what Vintage Story is all about. I did watch a few videos beforehand to learn some of the controls and to get some basic survival tips. From what I've seen, this game is pretty difficult and very realistic survival, so wish me luck on my first world, and hopefully I don't die in the first 15 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna go with the standard world because all of these other ones have some sort of challenge to it, and I don't want any extra challenges because I have bears, wolves, creepy things that spawn in the nighttime to worry about. And there's also things called temporal storms that happen every now and then to prepare for. Not looking forward to those. But I was warned that this game is quite a challenge, so let's see what's in store for me. Oh, here we go. So I get to make my own character. And I'm pretty sure you get to do this every world that you start, so there's no custom skins like Minecraft. Well, let's make my character. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, well, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, perfect. I'm ready to confirm and let's start. Oh, right. I gotta pick a class first before I start the world, and there is the commoner, the hunter, which has some positive traits, but there are also negative traits as well. A malefactor, which has negative traits as well. A clockmaker. I like the outfit. The blackguard, which has 3 negative traits. A tailor, which might be kind of fun to be, but I think I'll just stick with the commoner. Wow, this really does resemble Minecraft. Well, now I'm even more excited to get started, but first I do know the map button, which is M, and looks like we're in a pretty decent spawn area. Got lots of trees, there's lots of water, something maybe over there. Well, I'm excited to start exploring, and hold K to open the introduction menu. At any time, press H to access the handbook. It provides guides, tutorials, and recipes, and other details of all items in the game. And we have a first steps tutorial. Let's start it. Okay, first step is use WSAD to move, use space to jump, and shift to sneak. Hold control in W to sprint. Well, those are pretty simple controls. Now hold Alt to release my mouse cursor. Sweet. Okay, I press Tab to close the chat window. Now E to open my inventory. and C to see my character's inventory. Okay, that's really good to know. My next step is to find 3 nappable stones found loosely on the ground. I wonder if this is considered a nappable stone? Well, I'm picking them up and it's not counting, so I take it as no. What about flintstone? Oh, that counted. Okay, so I just gotta find flintstones. And I think this is considered food? Cranberry bush? Well, that's my first piece of food. Now I just gotta keep finding these stones. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I need to find 5 sticks found on the ground in forest or when breaking leaves with branches inside. Okay, well let's try this tree over here. Another tip that I learned is that some leaves won't have branches, so you have to find the ones that actually say branchy leaves. Alrighty, now I just need 1 more stick and I can complete this step. There we go. And can't go wrong with gathering a few more up. Okay, next step wants me to use 2 stones to create a knife blade with the napping system. Hold shift and the right mouse button on the ground with a nappable stone in hands to begin. Okay, so I take it this is a good spot to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it wanted me to build a knife blade right here. Oh, oops. Wrong button. Okay, so I think I just hold it. Oh, this is cool. It's like chiseling away the stone. Perfect. Okay, so now it wants me to craft a handle for the knife blade. Okay, so I think I'm gonna look it up in the recipe book because I have no idea how to craft it. Oh wow, there's a lot of knives. Okay, gotta find the flint knife. Oh, it's just a stick. Okay, very simple crafting recipe. Nice, now I got my first knife and welcome to the Stone Age. With your knife in hand, hold left mouse button to harvest 10 cattails. And those look like cattails just over there. I'm not too sure what happens when I get in the water. I don't know if my character gets wet or if the clothes I'm wearing get wet, but let's get these cattails and see what happens. Hey, looks like there's a fish in here. I wonder if I could... Oh, so I bet I can actually kill the fish and use it as a food source. So I'll keep that in mind for later. I gotta keep gathering up this cattail. Alrighty, last one. Okay, storage time. Use 10 cattails to craft a basket. Okay, well, let's check out the recipe. Okay, basket crafted and it gave me 3 extra storage slots. And it looks like I have 3 extra basket slots left, so I think I'm gonna keep gathering up some cattails and build up my storage a bit. Okay, it's the last cattails from this area, and it also looks like it wants me to collect 6 berries, mushrooms, wild crops, or other edibles. So keep an eye out for those and cattails. And I definitely can't complain about not enough foliage because there is foliage everywhere. Oh, I hear some chickens. Okay, so there's another food source. That's good to know. Well, I hope the food isn't too sparse around this area because I've actually only found the one cranberry bush. Might have to go back and try killing that fish if I'm gonna need food for the night. And I'll just collect these cattails quick. Alrighty, that's another 10 cattails. Let's make another basket. Sweet, now I have 6 empty slots ready to be filled up with random things that I find. I do know that there is ruins scattered around that have random treasures in them. So I gotta keep an eye out for those, and there's also different types of traders to trade with. I'm not too sure what else is out there because I didn't want to spoil everything about my experience, so... Oh look, there's some berry bushes. I'm just gonna keep gathering the rest of these berries up. Well, there doesn't look like there's any more bushes, and I'll just have to keep a lookout for some more. Oh, no, we don't want to disturb that. I'm pretty sure that's a boar. Oh my goodness, I don't want to die right now. I actually got so much stuff on me. I got my baskets I don't want to lose. I'll try crossing this river and see if I lose it that way. Perfect, it led me straight to cattails. Now I can start working on my 3rd basket. Okay, just a few more over here, and oh, I actually have to pay attention on keeping my food bar up. I don't think these berries do lots of saturation, so I have to eat quite a bit of them, so I gotta keep an eye out for those bushes. While I'm here, might as well get my axe head ready. Now I got an axe and it wants me to go collect 4 logs, so I gotta go find a small tree, and I don't think these big trees will work, or it might just take a long time for it to break. Yeah, it's just gonna take a really long time to break, so it has to break down the whole tree. So let's try to find a smaller one. Oh, I think this is a small tree. Yeah, perfect. Well, there was only a 1 log tree, so I do have to find maybe a bit bigger of a tree. Okay, this one looks a little bigger. Let's try chopping this one down. Perfect. It had just the right amount of logs that I needed. Now I just need to find some more food and a good spot to settle down because I'm sure it's gonna be night soon and I don't want to be running around in the dark. Oh my gosh! That's an angry boar! Oh my gosh, nope, don't mess up the controls right now. Okay, I gotta get out of here. And I'm pretty sure those boars can kill me in just a few hits, so I really need to get as much space away from it as I possibly can. Alrighty, did I lose it? I think I did, and there's a lot of cattail here, so I'm not gonna miss out on the opportunity of gathering it. And I do still need to make 2 more baskets, which is 20 cattails, I think. Okay, let's make this 3rd basket. Oh my goodness, the struggle. Okay, here we go. Now I got 9 extra slots. Now I have lots of storage and I can start picking up and gathering resources I'm gonna need to survive the night. Speaking of resources, I just found my first mushrooms. Oh, well that doesn't sound promising. And I did learn a good tip about mushrooms is that if you hover over them, you'll see a negative 50 HP by the saturation. So if you see that negative, that means they're not good for you and they should be thrown away. And another good tip, if there is death in the name in the mushroom, probably not good to eat anyways. Well, I'll just have to keep an eye out for more edible mushrooms. Well, while I'm here, I might as well turn these logs into some firewood because I know nighttime is upon me soon and I gotta really get prepared to start setting up for it. Okay, just an axe above the logs. That's a pretty cool recipe. Let's make some firewood. Might as well just turn all the logs into firewood because I can just collect more logs if I need it. And now my next step is I need tinder. So with my knife, I gotta cut up 3 dry grass. Well, that was easy. Might as well gather up some more because you never know when you need it in luck. I really hope this is an edible mushroom. Let's see. 80 saturation. Yes, there's no negative, so it's good for me, and I'll keep that in my storage. So now it's time to event fire with the dry grass in hands. I can hold shift and click aiming at the ground to place my tinder for my fire pit. And I think I'm just gonna hold off on that and wait till I found my spot for the night. There's some more cattails, so I think I'll just keep working on creating my last basket. Alrighty, I got enough cattails with a little extra just in case I need it. Basket is made and now I got full storage going on. Now I just need to find a bit more food and I can work on finding the place I want to stop for the night. Oh, here we go. Here's some mushrooms. Let's see how edible those ones were. And they give 80 saturation, sweet, and there's a bunch of them here. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna look around to see if there's any more of that kind of mushroom. Oh, there's more. Awesome. And I don't think those ones are edible, so I'll just keep looking around for the chanterelles. I still haven't come across any ruins or a trader, which I find a little weird. Oh, wait, I think that's a boar. Wait, I gotta get out of here first. My goodness. I'm pretty far south from my spawn point and I don't want to have to restart and come gather up my items. So let's just get out of here. Those look good. Gold drop milk cap. Let's see if it's edible. Nope, negative 2.5 HP. Not good at all. Let's throw that away. Well, this is a pretty flat spot. And I'm not seeing... Oh my gosh! Ouch! That actually did a lot of damage. I can't believe how many times I've run into these boars. I was way more scared to run into the bears and wolves, but wasn't really expecting to be running into all these boars like this. But it is a good thing, because it does seem like I can outrun them and... What is this up here? Did I find my first ruin? Yeah, I think this is a ruin. So they're supposedly hidden... Oh, yep, up there. Some sort of like vessels, I think. Storage vessels. And it does sound like there's another boar around here, so I gotta be very cautious. Because I really don't want to die with all of the stuff that I've gathered up already. Okay, oh, let's try to get up here. Okay, let's try to open this up. And... oh. Well, it's not opening for me. Okay. Maybe there's nothing inside it? Well, I'll take it as there is nothing in that. Well, I hope I didn't just mess that up. And it looks like I could take these logs. Sweet, aged log. Okay, well I hope these count for firewood because I'm gonna need it for the night. Oh look! Those are one of those storage vessels I was talking about. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, yep, just break it. And it looks like I got some spelt grain. And this I can eat, or you can use it to feed animals, I'm pretty sure. And I do know that those storage vessels can drop a variety of items and resources. So those are very good to find. Speaking of storage vessels, there's another one. Let's see what's inside this one. And those were a bunch of feathers. Good for making arrows, so I'll keep those handy. Now the question is, how do I make a bow? Well, since this is my first ruins that I found, I might as well make a waypoint of these ruins on the map and I can come back to this place because I think I want to build my house using the ruin stones. And making this waypoint, I'll never forget where it is. Since I cleared most of this place out, I think I will set up a little bit of a camp here and spend the night in the ruins. I'll just need to find probably a bit more food and oh, well, that's some food. And I'm gonna be making my fire pit here so I can actually cook up any fish that I get from these. and that fish didn't give me anything back. Okay, well, let's try the next one. Hopefully I get something back. I don't want my efforts to be wasted here. Nice! So I got one raw fish. Sweet, so now I could cook that on my fire pit. And I did learn another tip to collect these bones afterwards because they're very handy later on. Oh, it looks like it's starting to get dark out, so I better head back to the ruins and start making my fire pit. Before I start my fire pit first, I'm gonna make a shovel so I can dig up some dirt to fill in my little ruin home here. And to keep any unwanted guests out. Now that I got my shovel, I'm gonna quickly make this fire pit. So I just gotta place dry grass on the ground and then fuel it with 4 logs. Now I just need to create a fire starter, which is dry grass and 2 sticks. That's really easy to make. Okay, now that I got my fire starter, hold shift and ignite. Oops, standing a bit too close, but I got fire! You have discovered fire. Use a fire pit to create torches and to roast meat or cattail roots. Looks like I'm getting pretty hungry, so I should eat up these mushrooms. But before I make those torches, I am gonna cook up this raw fish that I got. The cooking fish looks so cool over the fire pit. I love that. And now that that's cooking, time to gather up some dirt. Also, another tip that I did learn before I started playing is that if you go down here, you'll see the current rift activity is calm. But when that is not calm, that's when there's like really creepy, spooky monsters that are lurking through the night. So those are the nights you really wanted to make sure that you stay locked up. Well, it's feeling cozier already. I just need to go gather up some more dirt and fill in these last few holes. Okay, well, that should keep anything out for now. Feel pretty safe, so let's get my cooked fish. Nice. Think I'm gonna eat it right now. And didn't do as much saturation as I thought it would do. Well, I got some cranberries and I got this grain. does 60 saturation, so let's try eating some of this. Well, I'm back up to full on my food bar, and I still have some cranberries and one mushroom left. So I should have enough food to make it for the next day. Let's try crafting these torches. Another simple recipe, just some dried grass and a stick. And I can use cattails as well. Gonna make a couple of these because I know I'm gonna need them. And click on the fire pit, place the torch into the left hand slot of the fire pit and give it a few seconds. What a different way to craft torches! Hey, what's that up there? Deer ear mushrooms. Well, I wonder if these are edible. 80 saturation. Nice. Well, is there any more? And it doesn't look like it. Well, that was a pretty cool find. So there is one way to get through the night, and all I have to do is make some hay. And then I can create this hay bed, which will allow me to sleep throughout the night. And it looks like I just need a bunch of dry grass, which I already have enough in my storage for one hay bale. Let's see if my torches are done, and they are. Nice. Well, I got a torch now, and I feel more comfortable to go outside in the dark. Let's take my torch and go gather up some dry grass. And I'm pretty sure I could put these torches in my offhand. Yep, perfect. So now I can walk around freely in the dark. And I can use my other hand to gather up this dry grass that I need. Well, this isn't a very protective wall. Something could just walk right into my house, so I gotta fix this up a bit. Okay, well that's a bit better. I should have enough dry grass to make the last 2 hay bales. Perfect! Now I just gotta get the crafting recipe for the hay bed and I can sleep through this night. Okay, just 3 hay bales across. Perfect, I got my hay bed. Now let's find a good place to place it down. Oh, okay, can't place it there. There we go. It looks really nice. Well, now that I got my bed, and it looks like congratulations, now you know the basics of vintage story. The starter tutorial is concluded. For your next steps, check out the starter guide and progression guide. I just gotta take these torches out of my offhand and place it on a wall, and now it's complete. Now that's done, let's sleep. Way more pleasant sleeping throughout the night. Well, now that it's morning, I'm gonna collect my firewood and get ready to start my next day on adventuring. Well, let's see if I can pick up my hay bed and it doesn't break on me. Nice, it does give me back my bed. So I can carry that, and will this break? Oh, well, I'll have to make a new fireplace in my next spot I camp in. I think this is the perfect place to end this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.